Alright, the fucking video hit the wrong fucking button. Alright, so this is Saturday, 7/27, 30 seconds, year 2023, 6-month, June, 3rd day. Okay, when I first get up in the morning, the first thing on the brain is attending to the fire season. when it is fire season, right? And I have technology set up in the backyard. This is all fire equipment right here. But this is high-level technology fire equipment. And I know that it functions because I've put it to the test and it fucking works. So the first thing that happens when I get up in the morning is I am a fire marshal. All right, I attend to what's really going on in the world. Because that's naturally who I am. So I'm gonna show you the ritual every fucking morning. It's like getting up. If I had a garden out here, I'd be watering the fucking plants. But I'm out here and I water this stuff. These are the plants that are gonna grow into the air to put nutrients in the air. Well, these are somewhat half robot plants. So, all right. First thing is I get the hose right here, which I keep right here, and I set it right here. And I'm gonna say one thing. The thing that gets this technology to function, okay, this is from Wilhelm Reich. He's the one that fucking put this, who supposedly discovered organs it's called orgone energy. Like, like Oregon State, it's called orgone without the E, orgone. And this is called invisible energy that's in the atmosphere that can be tapped into. All right? Which is mistaken as the God energy. That feeling that well, let me just speak for the self instead of go around saying, the feeling that you all feel, that makes you feel good because you feel like there's a savior watching and everything. All right. Let me take that tax-heavy burden off your shoulder and just say what I need to say that affects me and leave it at that. All right. Okay, when I was growing up and I learned about this entity called God, or this thing that exists called God, and I started first reading the Bible. When I was 13 years old when I really first started reading the Bible. Although I was introduced to the God phenomena when I was younger. I remember going into church when I was younger too. And it was Mother. Mother was the driving church force. Yeah, Mother. And the reason Mother was the driving church force, because I think it was because of her sister. I mean, I could start to go really off subject here, but it's really not off subject. It all ties together. And it's all part of the orgone energy. Everything is tapped into the orgone energy. Okay, so, here we are. This God idea. God has created everything. So there's how everything is connected to God. So everything that I say, even though I'm going off subject, is still connected to the same exact point that I started on. Although it seems like I went down this road, that road, that road, that way. What the fuck, Russell? You start talking about fucking fire marshal stuff. Now you're talking about child molestation. How is that all connected? Well, I'm going to share exactly how it's all connected. It's simply put on the layman's street. Everyone pretty much knows what God is. Now there, hey, look, I included everyone. Yeah, and basically point blank, the thing with God is God has created everything. That would include fire marshal shit and fucking pedophilia shit too. He created Satan and he created all the fucking good stuff, the bad and the good. Isn't that a phenomenon to really think upon? Wow. Okay, but I figured out that God don't exist. He's just a fucking story, a cover-up for what's really there. That's the orgone energy. Now, this is what I figured out. And I didn't figure it out. So did Wilhelm Reich, who wrote a bunch of fucking books. And he was a fucking doctor. Wilhelm Reich, a doctor at the hospitals. He was part of the club. Now, this is some deep shit. Deep. and this has all to do with this fucking society that's running everything. And everyone in it. Dealing with the reality, what's really going on in the court. Yeah, that courthouse, that Lane County courthouse. Which is the same as any other county courthouse throughout any other state. And when I say it like this, there's a lot of passion. Because I know there's a whole bunch of shit being hid from me and everyone else that ain't being allowed to be talked about. A lot of passion. That's a lot of motherly passion. Like the cubs are being attacked. That's natural. Especially the bear mother. It's heavy in the bear animal. It's common knowledge on the street. No one fucks with mother's cubs because she's going to come out and launch. And I could almost be like a military commander and ask the question, is that clear? And that's highly respected, even in the community. Is that clear when a mother comes out to launch? Or is that to be looked at and say, oh, fuck that? This is reality, folks. There's a fucking fire season upon us. Yeah, fire season. Now, I'm a highly qualified fire marshal. I know how it's all fucking connected. And I ain't no dumbass military fucking leader. I know how to get on the flight deck and hold a fucking muster. You know what a fucking war is? That's a heavy question, isn't it? Feel like a tax? Doesn't feel very good, does it? Now, anyway, now that I got that all out, which was necessary, that's a wake-up call. It's called wake up. It's time to put the socks on. There's a fucking war out on the fucking field. Well, you want to go back to sleep? Go back to sleep then. I ain't here to force you to fight no fucking war. That's the difference between me and the regular old military captain that's going to shoot your ass if you don't do what he tells you to do. Now, is that clear? I think it's probably very fucking clear. Not only am I a qualified fire marshal, I'm a qualified police fucking chief. Knows what's really fucking going on around here. And I didn't get no fucking vote either. And I don't want one. But I know who the fuck I am. And I don't need no one's fucking permission to be who I am. Anyway, getting back to this equipment, the morning ritual, the war that's going on. And in today's world, it's more so called the information war. The information war. It's more so today. The warfare is information. And that's a high level attack, just as powerful as any fucking ballistic fucking missile. It'll fucking just destroy the fuck out of everything. Information warfare. And I ain't saying anything that's not known on the street, because it's all over fucking social media. There's a lot of people know what's going on. It's an information war. That means something has to come out the mouth. Information. That's an audit. That's vocal. That's assessment. That's common sense. But anyway, that's the man warrior energy right there. Don't play around on the good side. Now, mama, sweet mama likes to come in. All right, here's the affection. Now, getting back to sweet mama. And if you're messing with her cub, the warrior's going to come out of sweet mama. That's natural. God. Now, come on. Now, I tell you what. With the war that's going on, I don't plan on fucking getting hurt. And I don't plan on fucking being fucking killed. I don't plan on it. But if it happens, it happens. If it happens, it happens. I ain't planning on it. And I ain't going to sit around all day and be scared because it might happen. Fuck that. I'm going to fuck it till it's pregnant with something that feels fucking good, too. But anyway, you know, that's just the way war is. The way that I see it. And I don't think I'm off the rocker. I think I'm right to fuck right on it. Here at 7 o'clock in the morning. Muster on the flight deck, 7 o'clock in the morning. That's what, when I was in the military, that's what I heard every fucking morning. Well, when we were in port. Well, you know, or special occasions. Everyone knew to be on the flight deck. I was on the fucking flight deck when I worked in the military. Flight deck. That's etched right into me, who I am. Muster on the flight deck, 7 o'clock in the morning. The whole division. We ran the fucking aircraft. We ran the street on the flight deck. Traffic controller. We were called the aircraft handlers. We told everyone where to go and what to do on that flight deck. The air boss ran the flight deck. And he sat right next to the captain. And the captain let him run the whole fucking flight deck. And he'd get on the intercom and he'd tell everyone what to fucking do. And if you didn't do it, then your ass was going to get fucking put under something until you did. That's the way I was trained in the military. So you wonder why I am the way I am today? Well, you can thank the military. A big thank you. I would thank. You go thank the captain and the air boss. And the God that supposedly created them. Yeah, getting back to God. How it all ties together. Getting back to the morning ritual. This firefighting equipment, this high-level technology. It's called orgone energy. Orgone. First thing I do when I get up here in the morning is I turn the fucking hose on and I come out and I water the plants. This is a plant right here. And I got this fucker pointed right at fucking British Columbia where the first big fucking fire started. And I'm gonna tell you something. As soon as I put it up and launched it and ignited it, that fire started fucking going north. North. And I know it. It did not continue coming south. Went north. And I set this fucker up at 2 o'clock in the fucking morning when all of a sudden I got the alert on the smartphone, said fire, fire, fire. I got out of the fucking bed in the middle of fucking sleep and set the fucker up. And I suppose I could have just went back to sleep and said, fuck those people up there. And when I say up there, I'm talking about everyone around me right here. Could have said, fuck them all and fuck me too. Hope the fire comes down here and just burns us all the fuck out. Anyway, so first thing when I get up here, I'm over here, I turn the hose on. Here's some sweet mama now. Let's see if I can get a little sweet mama in here, because I think the warrior daddy has said enough. Let's see if sweet mama, could you please come in here? Look out! See, I turn this thing, I get this thing wet. See that? And let me tell you something. Let me tell you the way orgone energy works. It's called faith. It's the same idea what faith is. Everyone puts their trust. Well, when I first started growing up, I was taught how to put faith and trust in this thing called God that controlled everything and created everything. But I know it's not God, and he didn't create shit. It's a part of a story to control everyone else and keep telling them what to do. It's a mind wash, brainwash. But anyway, the orgone energy that's in the air, the universe, this universe where all elements are they're just there, right? There's a connection to tap into it all and cause things to happen with intention, called faith or trust or whatever. That's how this functions. That's how this firefighting equipment functions. that Wilhelm Reich wrote about in his book. And he was a fucking doctor at the hospital. Doctor. So are all doctors bad? No, they're not all bad. There's some good doctors out there. It functions on faith and intention. I grew up a Christian. I knew how to I was trained how to tap into that stuff, folks. Trained. That's high-level military training also. It's the same thing. High level. Faith and trust. But it's not, I've learned it's not faith and trust in something else. It's faith and trust in me to connect with everything else. That's the big difference that I figured out. To connect with everything else equal in power. Not something always more powerful than what I am. Equal power. So anyway, getting back, sweet mama, could you please come back into the war room? We need ya! Sweet mama. So let's get some affection in here from sweet mama. So I turn those on, I water it down, and I put faith into it. Faith. As I water this down, I'm actually watering the fire that's happening. The war is going on, and I'm thinking, all right, sweet child. Mama's got something to share with you. All right? Let's see if we can contain this fire. Contain this war. Contain this. Let's put some information out here. Let's put something in it, whatever it is. Let's dance a little bit this way, dance a little bit that way. This water goes squirting off. I squirt it right toward the biggest fire going on right now. British Columbia. Alberta, Canada. Bam! Alright. I pointed it right towards fucking where the fuck it's called up there, Wawanesa, Canada. Right through these trees right here. There happened to be a hole I could get it to go right through. I point the hose right at it for a little bit of time. And I put trust, faith, and intention as to what I want to happen with this fire going on. Or this war. Alright? I use some imagination and I pretend that I am containing the fire. As I point this hose in that direction. See that? Or I should say, put a little sweet mom into it. You see that, child? Look at mama. Look at mama. Look at mama bear. Look at mama bear. Look at mama bear. Look, baby bear, how mama cares for you. Look. Get back, sucker. Get back, sucker. You ain't gonna be taking out my cup. Get back. Alright? But I'm gonna put a little different mama bear spin on it. Child, you're a child too. Child. You don't need to hurt and harm another child. Child. Alright? See how that works? That should be common sense on the street. I think everybody got a reminder. And because I think, oh yeah, I forgot about that. Oh, ain't no need to kill the enemy. Just help the enemy to grow up. There you go, child. Come on now. Mama might want to break out the guitar and sing the abusive little fucker song. Yay! Sweet child of mine, you left, you're right, you left, you're right, you left, sweet child of mine. All right, then I turn down the hose, I go in here, and I water this part of the mechanism. This is a mechanism. You see that? I think I forgot to put this. I don't think I got that quite on the record. I forgot about this phone. This is a YouTube public video. Okay, see how I did that here? I forgot to put the phone. I forgot to put that on the record. So I do it just like that. You see that, folks, in international world? Because I'm going to publish this video on international YouTube. Okay, you see how I'm watering the plant right here? I'm watering this whole mechanism. These are called cloud busters. That's what these are called. And you can thank Mother because she's the one that put them together. She got all the material, she built them. She constructed them. These right here. So I get up here and I imagine that I am igniting these things. I'm energizing. I'm putting energy into this. Faith, trust, all that stuff. All the stuff that's known in the fake God world. Alright? Now there is a good thing about all the fake God world stuff because it teaches people how to ignite faith and trust into something. Put some energy into something. Cause something to happen. Alright, see that? And I got all these crystals down here all around the Energizer. See all those crystals? Those are crystals. Real crystals. Yeah. Those are real crystals. Real crystals. And those crystals have the capacity to hold real power. They can be energized. Those crystals can be energized with intention. Faith, trust, hope, call it all kinds of different stuff. Yeah, this is the priority. Every morning I get up, I energize what needs to be energized, put some energy into the atmosphere. As a qualified, self-trained fire marshal. Probably the head and fucking chief fire marshal on the whole fucking planet. Because I ain't met another fucking fire marshal yet that even dares mention this with security. I'm talking about with security. I ain't talking about some wimp fucker going around bullying everyone. I'm talking about security. Big difference. Kind of rhymes with equality. Shall I break out the Dr. Seuss nursery rhyme book? Now, I'm finished. That didn't take very long to water that plant. I water it every morning. I'm finished. Now I can go throughout the day and not have to worry about that till I get another news alert flash on the smartphone that there's another fire from some other direction. Yeah, I'm hooked right up to the fucking fire marshal smartphone alert system. He sends me one right through the smartphone. On the legal side, I'm a lawful marshal. I connect with the legal marshal every fucking morning. I ain't no dumb fuck. And I know just how to broadcast it too. Let everyone in the fucking tribe and the community know what the fuck's really going on around here. And I don't just go back to fucking sleep because I had a fucking hard day either. That's just the way I am. But if someone else needs to go back to sleep because they had a hard day, then they need that. But that doesn't mean that the hard day has ended. It's a hard fucking day for me every fucking day. Every minute of the fucking day, as far as I'm concerned. And yeah, there's been some times I needed to go back to sleep too. So I have great compassion on those that need to go back to sleep during the fucking hard day. I know what it's like. It's hard. Mama knows when the children need a nap. But mama doesn't take no fucking nap just because the children needs a nap. Unless she needs and wants to. Fuck. Now this gets me to daddy. Sometimes mother needs a nap. So daddy gets up on watch while mother has a nap. Then when daddy needs a nap, mother stays up. That's quite sensible, isn't it? Does that sound like military watch? Does that sound like the root cause to watching each other's back? During a shitty situation, a shitty existence? That's not a question, that's a statement. That's a statement. See, there's the sweet mama tone. See that? See how all the tax got relieved? Yeah. The difference in tone. The sweet mother nature tone, and then there's the father warrior tone. But what I'm saying is that the father warrior tone has been predominantly abusive in the society for far too long. That's the problem. It's quite simple to me what's going on. And I stay focused on that one thing all the time. And I never forget it. And I constantly train with it. So that it is always second nature on the back of the hand. You ever been slapped with the back of the hand? Psst! Yeah, I know something like the back of the hand. Out on the street, simply called a bitch slap. You need to be bitch slapped, son. Psst! I know it like the back of the hand. Constantly trained with it like the back of the hand. And I don't forget it. Not one fucking second. I'm trained that sufficiently. I live with it every second. I don't ever fucking forget it. I'm tapped right into the Oregon energy, right into it, every second, every day. Conscious. Conscious. Conscious, child. Conscious. Conscious child, sweet child of mine. Sometimes mother needs to sing a lullaby. Conscious child, sweet child of mine. But the child really isn't mine. That's just common language on the street that the most grounded, everyday related piece someone can relate to it. Yeah, child of mine, sweet child of mine. That child is just as equal in power as the mother. And mother doesn't own that child. Although she might think she does, she don't. That child is independent. That's my child. To the point, this is where the abuse comes in. That's my child, to the point where the mother feels like, I'm going to tell that child what to do every second of my life. And if that child doesn't do it, that I am going to force that child to do it, whether that child wants to or not. Okay, to me, that's bullshit. That is pure bullshit. That's what's hinged with that word called, I own that child. That child's mine. I'm here to say, no, that child ain't fucking yours. But if you think it's yours, then you go have at it. I'm going to give you a piece of the mind. Give you a big piece. Anyway, we're at 37 minutes into the video. I'm going to cut video for now. And if there's going to be a part 2, there'll be a part 2. Anyway, I might want to go grab the guitar and start singing some lullabies here. I got an exponential hope. I hope that if you needed to hear this information and this information on this video gets to you and you see this video, well, God river it then. Talk to you later. Boop!